One nation keeping an especially close watch on proceedings is China.
Trade, tech, and Taiwan. These three T's loom large in the present Sino-U.S. relationship, with the world's two biggest economies set to remain locked in intense competition, whoever wins the White House.
Well, Olivia Xiong joins us live now from Beijing. Olivia, good morning. So, we know the leaders are closely watching, Chinese leaders, Asian leaders as well. I'm curious, what's the sentiment on the ground in Beijing right now? What do the Chinese people want from this U.S. election?
Good morning, Arnold and Julie. Yes, certainly. Judging from the conversations that we've been having and the online buzz on the Chinese social media platforms, there's been keen interest in the twists and turns of this U.S. election. And in terms of what the Chinese people want, though, well, officially authorities have continued to repeat that the U.S. election is an internal affair and that China will not interfere. And so many regular Chinese citizens I've spoken to also say that they have no vote in this U.S. election, but they do recognize that the results will have consequences for where China-U.S. relations will head in the next few years. But that still hasn't stopped them from watching and discussing what's happening online. There's been a lot of buzz online yesterday at the start of voting. The U.S. election was trending at number 6 on Chinese social media platform Weibo. Proceedings have been reported by Chinese media, the voting progress, and now as the first results and projections have been coming in, I can tell you my phone has been buzzing with news alerts from Chinese media. On state media, though, in the lead up to voting day, the focus also a lot has been on, and we can see from the headlines of state media, Xinhua, they published an article talking about tightened security as the race remains tight amid fears of violence and arrests, also talking about a slew of, quote, chaotic surprises leading up to polling day. And from the people I've spoken to, whether it's academics, office workers, people even in the smaller cities, not just here in the big city like Beijing, there are varying levels of interest. Of course, some people feel it has nothing to do that will affect their daily lives, but there is consensus that who becomes the next president of the United States will be important. But the other consensus is that China-U.S. ties are going to continue to remain rocky regardless who wins, and that it's going to have implications for the road ahead.